Hey y'all, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you taking time out of y'all's busy schedule. Stop in and see what it is I'm up to. So I wanted to do Facebook get to know you type questionnaire things. This one's got a few goodies in it. So let's get on with that. First one is, what's your middle name? Well, this one really works for me because I don't have one. My dad didn't have a middle name. I don't believe his dad did. None of my siblings or I have a middle name. People kind of look at you weird, like, what do you mean you don't have a middle name? It's just, that's the way it is. So, let's see. Now I have this all on my computer right here, so I may look away a little bit, but last time you cried. I had to think about this because it's actually been a few days. It's been over 3 years since my sister passed, and it was just 2 years since the Ole Miss passed. Yeah, my eyeballs were sweating a couple of days ago on the anniversary of the Ole Miss's passing. It's been I don't know what it's been. It's been a life. It's life changing. So, and after 2 years, I'm still getting used to her not being here. So yeah. Moving on. Favorite pizza. Pizza. I mean, frozen, fresh, deep dish, Sicilian style. My favorite type is New York style thin crust. It's what I grew up with in New Jersey. I could say boardwalk style pizza. Seaside Heights, Seaside Park, boardwalk. Oddly enough, I recently had the $5 take home pizzas from Walmart's Deli. Of course, some of them are more than $5, but even there, it's like $7 for a huge pie loaded with all the meats and stuff that you can imagine. I mean, a lot of pepperoni and sausage and hamburger, peppers and onions. Those pizzas were loaded. We had a little difficulty cooking them because we were trying to cook 3 at my daughter's house, and we got 2 in the main oven, one in the microwave convection oven. The one up in the upper oven kind of scorched on one portion. It would have been in the corner of the microwave, the convection oven, whatever, and it didn't really fit. It was kind of curled up a little bit. The 2 in the actual oven, the one on the bottom, the crust got a little overdone, and the one on the top got a little underdone. And like, we don't have a peel or anything like that to be getting them out of there, so it was like just trying to rotate them around or whatever. But despite the difficulties and them being various degrees of doneness, they were pretty good. So I'm going to have to try them again. Although I think I'm going to go with a smaller one, because there's no way I can eat one of the big ones. That'd last me a week. So I'll get one of the smaller ones and try it and cook that up. But people always say, does pineapple go on pizza? Well, it depends on the pizza. If you're having pineapple with ham, and that goes together. Well, it's got cheese and sauce on it. Okay, that it all works together. My favorite would be, if I go into a pizza joint, I usually order pepperoni pizza or pepperoni and sausage. for a slice. Now, if I'm ordering a whole pie, I'll probably go with pepperoni, sausage, ground beef, black olives, onions, green peppers, jalapenos. Yeah, something along those lines. I have had a seafood pizza, which is, oh my god, uh, kind of a white sauce, almost an Alfredo sauce. Uh, Shrimp and crab and lobster and oh man, it's so good, but it is money. Yeah, I forget what it cost. It was like $20 for a pie, but oh man. Okay, enough on pizza. It's too early, and I'm gonna start salivating and can't talk. Favorite flour? You know, the one problem I have with these things is favorite, because I don't really have a favorite. Like pizza, what's my favorite pizza? Whatever the one is in front of me at that point in time. So, what's my favorite flour? I don't know. There's so many of them. I mean, I like Iris. I like various. Um, I can't even think of the name. Orchids. There we go. Um, yeah, just I don't know probably hibiscus. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, there's so many different flowers out there, and I really like most of them. Not that I want to have. I don't like cut flowers. I never have. I don't like dead flowers. Anytime you cut a flower, it starts dying. So that's my thing. You'll never get roses from me, um, and which was good. The old miss didn't like getting cut roses either. She preferred a plant, so that's what we did. But yeah, my favorite. I guess of any of the flowers out there, I don't know. I like hibiscus. I like the whole bush. I like the hibiscus. So there's so many. There's crepe myrtles and pineapple flower and the flowers on a ginger plant and walking iris. Just I got a bloom right now on a Christmas cactus. It's gorgeous. Oh my god. Uh, Actually, it's kind of faded out now, but it's a purple and white and ooh. So yeah, favorite. I don't know, but we'll go with hibiscus. Do you like to camp? Yes. I've always enjoyed camping to one degree or another. Um, Back when I was younger, I mean, to go camping, all you needed was a tarp and a blanket and whatever. Um, yeah, my bones don't do that anymore. Uh, I have several types of tents. I have a cot, a blow up mattress. Um, I can set up right inside the brat buggy. There's enough room for me to lay out and sleep. So um, yes, I do enjoy camping. I don't get to do enough of it. I've been meaning to get out and get some camping done. I mean, it's the perfect weather right now. Um, End of January, all of January for that matter, and February. Here in Florida, day temperatures are in the mid 60s, and night temperatures drop down into the 40s. So it's perfect for camping. Um, you can have a fire and whatever. Trying to camp in the summertime, it's 110 degrees outside. At 9 o'clock, it's still 85 degrees. You don't want to sit around a fire when it's 85 degrees. But anyway, yes, I'd like to camp. Uh, Untie your shoes when taking them off. Uh-uh. I've got a bad back, bad knees, bad hips. Um, I hate having to bend over to tie my shoes. Also, with medications I'm on and my pacemaker being so low, bending over Well, bending over isn't the problem. Standing back up again and then getting all lightheaded. Whoa. So, yeah, bending over to tie my shoes and then standing up and ended up down on the floor. Yeah, that ain't happening. So, I generally don't tie my shoes, and I have a lot of. I'm looking down right now because I got a whole pile of shoes down here getting ready to go to the new place. Yeah, I've got a bunch of shoes that they're just slip-ons. So, kind of what I prefer. Favorite ice cream. On here, I answered soft serve, just soft serve, and that's probably as correct as it's going to be. Here locally, we have a small family-run creamery. I believe that might be what it's called as well. And they make a double fat soft serve ice cream. Oh my God. Oh, it is so good. And it's not really expensive. You get a small, you order a small, and it's a cup about 3 inches around, 2 inches deep, and then they pile it like 8 inches above that cup. And it's under $3. It's like, oh man. And yeah, it's just it's fantastic. Now on Monday nights I go to my youngest daughter's house and for dinner, and I take ice cream. So she's only got the one Graham Brat, and I usually call him when I'm going to get the ice cream, and then we sit and I tell him what's in front of me, and then he makes a choice, and then we argue back and forth, and he makes a choice, and so we seldom have the same ice cream twice in a row. I mean, we do go back, and I mean, there's only so many varieties, right? But if there's a new one, or one that we haven't had in a while, that's usually what we'll go with. So, yeah, stand in front of the ice cream door, and just look there, and you're reading off all the names, and people walking by and looking at you like, yo, fat man, get away from there. Yeah. But so favorite ice cream, again, with the favorites, ice cream. But if I had my druthers, it would be a soft serve. Probably a mix if they can do it. But just plain vanilla, double fat soft serve will. Again, there go my taste buds. Another one of the favorites. Favorite thing to do. I don't know. I'm going to go with create. And that's what I wrote down here. There's so many other things I like to do. I like to go and walk on the beach. I like to walk in the woods. I like to cook. Well, cooking is creating, right? Building models is creating. Painting is creating. I like to create and do stuff. I got a bunch of knives the other day. This one was a skeleton. Didn't have a handle on it. So I took some cordage and put a handle on it. Yeah, I don't know. It's all right for now. And then it usually has the name on here. And in the past, I've just taken some paint and painted over that because that bright gaudy white against the black it doesn't do it for me. I also like going around when I buy a car and taking the car dealer's name off the back of it and stuff like that. But anyway, I thought I'm going to see if I can hit that with a little bit of sandpaper and take it off. Well, this material that this is made out of is so thin that as soon as I hit it with some sandpaper, it ripped. So, and it's a hard plastic underneath there. I just went through and I cut it off, and it is super, super thin. And of course, I've already thrown away the the trash from it. But and then I took some black paint and just painted it. And is that being creative? Maybe not. But I'm thinking about going ahead and doing part of my signature on here, because even though mossy oak in white is I don't like that. I think I'm going to like putting the ink pen in here. So anyway, if I don't like it, I can always paint over it, right? Yeah. So favorite thing to do, probably create. Where are we? Okay, number 9, shorts or jeans? Depends. If I'm around the house, I have no problem wearing shorts around the house or around the yard. I don't generally go out in shorts unless I'm going to the beach or something like that. I prefer either jeans or khakis. And while we're on that subject, shorts, you can't buy shorts nowadays that are above your knee. When I was growing up, I mean, shorts were, above your knee. They were like mid-thigh or up. Excuse me. Now they're either at your knee or just below it. And I don't know. They look funny to me. Excuse me. Dang it. They look funny to me. And I don't like them. I don't like that feel right there at the knee. It's always, it's just annoying. So I don't generally wear shorts. I don't, like I said, unless I'm around the house or, around the yard or going swimming. So, country or rock? I've got a 10 ear. I don't listen to a lot of music. I have the country channel tuned in on the Brett Buggy. I prefer Southern fried rock. There's some out there that are pretty cool. One of the new ones is Colt Ford. I enjoy some of his music. My son was listening to I don't know what it was. It was definitely a country channel, but man, the lyrics. I was really getting into it though. It sounded good. It had a decent beat to it. So I'm not even sure what that is, but here again, I can't just I'm not just one genre. My first concert was Yes, the Relayer. I like Zappa. I've been to the symphony. I like Beethoven. The Blues Festival. I like jazz. Any one genre? Not really, although I do tend to lean towards country and Southern fried rock. So, favorite color? Purple. It's just purple. In all its different shades and whatever. Some of the grandkids will be like, "But Pop, purple is a girl's color." I don't think so. Okay, maybe it's a little feminine, but that's just perception. I don't think color has any gender specific. Yeah, that's a word to get out. So if yeah, I like purple. There's something coming on in my head, and it just doesn't want to come out. So we'll just move on. Tattoos. I guess they're asking, do you have tattoos? And I wrote down none. Not that I don't like them on other people. I have enough I look at my own art a couple years down the road, and I'm like, what was I thinking? Or, not really like it. And, I should have changed that, or I could change this, or I could have changed that. And I'm just always afraid if I were to let somebody tattoo something onto me, that they would either goof or, as much as I like it when it goes on, 3 or 4 years down the road, I don't like it. And, it's expensive to get them done over or whatever. So, there's people that you look at and it's like, at first glance, it's like, man, that's some really nice ink. And then you look at it a little bit closer and you're like, well, it's not, that side doesn't match that side. Or, that eye in that face is a little off. And, it's like, first glance, looks really good. When you start to look at it, maybe not so much. Like I have a friend that's got an anchor, I forget what they call it, fouled anchor, the Navy type thing. But the flukes of the anchor are different sizes. Not drastic, but enough that if you look at them, you can tell that they're not the same size. It would be different if the anchor was tilted, because then your perspective would be off. But when the rest of the anchor is straight on, and this fluke is smaller than that fluke, where they're at two different heights, it throws it off. So yeah, I don't do tattoos. Color of hair. Well, I was a redhead. Well, at least auburn. Now I guess that's gray, right? Color of eyes, blue. Favorite thing to eat. If you've been around my channel any at the time, you know the answer to that one. Cheesesteaks. I love a cheesesteak. Of course, I also like pizza and hamburgers and shrimp and crabs and... But generally, if I have a choice, I'm going to go with a cheesesteak. Depending on the choice. You have a cheesesteak sitting there, and there's a dozen shrimp and a couple of crab cakes or crab croquettes. It'd be a hard choice. Of course, I probably wouldn't make a choice. I'd probably sit down and try and eat all three. But that's the way it is, right? Let's see, where are we at? 16 out of 22. So, favorite season. Here we go, that's favorite again. I live in Florida. We don't really do seasons. We have hot, and then we have Florida. So, and we get a little bit of cold now and then. Like we've had a bad cold spell here the past week or so, and it, didn't get out of the 50s for a couple of days. I was actually wearing socks because my feet were so cold. So there's a couple, but it doesn't last long. Hot, now that lasts. So what I answered here was mid-September to mid-June, because around the middle of June, just depending on the year or whatever, but generally around mid-June, it starts getting hot and humid. And, when it's 102 degrees and it's 97% humidity, it's rough out there. It is. I can't breathe with my COPD and my heart condition. The high humidity makes it difficult to breathe. The high heat is just, it gets over 100 degrees. It's not nice. It gets to be 110, and it's miserable. It's generally better in the shade, or I go down to the beach or down to the river or whatever, and it's fairly doable. Or you just stay in the air conditioning. One nice place about the new place I'm moving to, the cheapest mobile home in Jacksonville, it's under a giant live oak, so that'll have a lot of it'll regulate the temperatures a lot in the summer. It'll have a major effect. So basically, yeah, mid-September to mid-June, because that hot spell will last from mid-June until sometime in the the middle of September. Sometimes we get really high heats through October and November. Like when we were doing our haunted house, it wasn't unusual to have, 90-degree days, 80 to 90-degree days at the end of September or the end of October. So, 17, beer or wine? If those are my two choices, I'm going to go with wine. I don't like beer. I don't like the aftertaste. I guess it's the hops that's in it, which a lot of the the hard ciders and stuff like that, they all have that hoppy aftertaste, and I don't like that. So, although there are times when a good cold one on a really hot day goes down good. I'm not going to deny that. Although I would prefer to have a dark beer, probably an imported beer, something with a little less hops to it. But if I had to choose between beer or wine, it would definitely be wine. So there we go on that one. Number 18, night owl. Not anymore. I used to be. I've actually always been a night owl. I've always enjoyed doing the graveyard shift, or working the late shift and then staying up until all hours. And then for the past 15 years or so, after being disabled, I stayed up most nights, all night, and didn't go to bed until the dawn broke, or even later. Sometimes 7 o'clock in the morning, I'd be crawling into bed. All that's changed a few months ago when I moved out of the house and over here, and started watching the Grandbrat a couple days a week. My schedule needed to change to coordinate with that. I still kind of stay up late. It's so easy to fall back into that. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, and then I am up at like 8:30, and so not really a night owl anymore. Although I do enjoy being a night owl, so I don't know. At the moment, no, I'm not a night owl. Do you have a nickname? Several. I have two favorites, are Dad and Pop. Doc is a long-time nickname. There's a few others that won't be mentioned in mixed polite society. But yeah, I've got several nicknames. So there's that one. Soda or sweet tea? I don't know. Generally, I'll go with soda, and usually it'll be a Coke or cola type situation. Although I do like root beer. Oh man, root beer! I went to dinner with my youngest daughter and her guys. We went to this barbecue joint downtown, and the G-Brat got a vanilla root beer. I was like, man, that sounds good. So I got a vanilla root beer, and it was a big one. Yeah, I drank 3 of them. Oh, it was good, man. Barbecue was great too, and some of the best. We went to a barbecue joint, and they had vegetarian sides. All the sides were vegetarian. Now, vegetarian mac and cheese, yeah, I don't know what they were using for cheese sauce, but it didn't work. Their collards, oh my God. Oh man, they were some of the best collards I have ever had. Collard greens. Even, there was no meat in them. But, oh man, they had just the amount of spices and whatever, it was just they were incredible. They were incredible. So there's sweet tea. Again, I guess sweet tea is yeah, again in the summertime, but I grew up in New Jersey, in South Jersey. My grandmother made iced tea all the time. Sometimes she would put lemons in it. Sometimes she would put oranges in it. It was always kind of sweet, but not as sweet as Southern sweet tea. If you go into a store, into a restaurant up there and ask for iced tea, it doesn't come sweetened or very little sweetener in it. And you can't put sugar into cold tea. It doesn't work. We went up, I don't know, my girls are still mid-teens, I guess, the last time we actually went up there as a single family unit. We've been up there a few times as multiple family units. But on the way home, we got to, I think it was North Carolina. And we stopped for dinner. And my one daughter said, "Y'all got any sweet tea?" And that waitress said, "Darling, we got sweet tea." So, or yes, darling. Oh, yes, darling. You're in North Carolina now. We got sweet tea. So, but it's so sweet. And my son makes it. It's like drinking candy. he'll put like 3 or 4 cups of sugar into a gallon of tea, and yeah, it's just, oh man, it's so. Mercy, I didn't know this camera had a limit on it. Is there a way to change that? I don't like that. My other phone didn't have a video limit. Anyway, I guess I'm gonna have to go and splice this together, huh? Only 2 more questions to go. I guess if I didn't waffle on so much about some of the other ones, I'd have made it. Let's see. 20 soda or tea. 21 spicy food. Yeah. I like spicy foods. I love hot peppers and sauces. I like exploring other cuisines with the spiciness of them. Indian cuisine. It's got some really good spices and heat going with it. Some of the Caribbean cuisines will light you up. But along with that, I did a taste test the other day on Earl's Blueberry Ghost hot sauce that Chris sent me. And a couple of you all commented about me taking a swig off the bottle. And I do that in almost all my videos when I'm taste testing a hot sauce. And that goes back way, way back when I used to tell people I would chug a bottle of Tabasco at the bar if they would pay my bar bill. And just tilt that whole, it's only a little bottle. It's only, a shot and a half or something. So, and just, shoot that back. The other night at my son's birthday, one of the gals there said something. We were having poppers. My daughter-in-law made poppers, basically. Jalapenos with cream cheese, wrapped in bacon and whatever. And a couple of the kids were eating them and whatever, and it was like, well, they're not really spicy. I said, well, they're not. They're really good. And of course, don't rely on me for spice, for your spice level, because you can't handle my spice level. And one of the guys said, "Oh my God, I watched one of your videos where you tilted that hot sauce bottle back. Oh, I don't know how you do that." So, I do like spicy foods. So anyway, 22, the last one. Favorite places to go. I just put down exploring because that's my favorite way to go. I don't really have, again, with the favorites, I like to go and explore along the beach. I like to go and explore along the river. I like to find, there's a neat little place up along the Swanee. I've got to get y'all up there. It's a bridge that is no longer used, and it's covered with graffiti. Um, there's a nice little spot up there to go camping, but I haven't been out that way in a while. I shouldn't say that. I've been out that way, just haven't been there. And then I was very, very close to it, I don't know, a month ago when I went up to the Okefenokee Swamp for the one G Brat's birthday. And I thought about it, just didn't have the extra time. But I also like going up to the mountains, out in the Midwest. I like exploring. I like seeing things, new things, and going back and re-exploring old things. Like, I don't mind going back to Philadelphia and looking around at my old stomping grounds. I haven't been back to New York City in a while. Not much has changed down there other than the World Tower Centers are gone. I'd like to actually get back up there and see the memorial. But, that is what it is. Where do I like to go? What do I like to go? Come on, people, get off of there. Covering up. Favorite place to go? I don't know. Actually, the favorite place I have to go is my kids' houses and spending time with the grandkids. So, I guess that's about it. That's the last one. I'm going to have to download this and stitch it together and re-download it from my editing machine and then upload it from my computer. So, it is what it is, right? Let me know what you think, folks. Give me a thumbs down or thumbs up. Leave me a comment wherever it is y'all leave comments on your internet access device of choice. If you'd like to share me around your social media, that'd be fandoculous. If you want to check me out on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, I'll have links in the description box, wherever that happens to be on your device of choice. I have to admit, I'm not real active on Instagram or Twitter, especially Twitter. I do hit Instagram quite a bit, but not regular. I'm a social media flop. But, so where was I don't know. There I go waffling again. I'll put links to, I'll put links to similar videos, and you'll find my email, my snail mail, in case you want to send me something awesome, like a bottle of hot sauce to try to make my eyeballs sweat, or a postcard, or, a box of matches, or something cool. But if your loved ones are nearby, give them a kiss and a hug. If they're not, give them a call. Hit them up on Facebook. Let them know you think about them. Let them know you love them. We ain't promised tomorrow, people. We ain't promised our next breath. Till I see y'all again, I hope you have a fandoculous day. Slunchy, y'all. Sticker. Bye-bye.